and welcome back to another episode of
How are you, Lovie?
What is the crack? How is everyone? How are you, Carl?
I'm good. Hope everyone listening is good. You're having a great week so far. Yeah, we had a lovely day today. We've just come back from
your mam's for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Good Margaret Mullan roast.
We had a proper roast dinner, lamb. I actually looked at the plate in front of us and I was like, Ash, look at the colour of the plate. As in, not the physical colour,
you said to me,
colour of all
it
the
was
items.
beige.
Oh, it was so beige. It was heaven. It was just so carb loaded. So we had lamb, we had roast potatoes, mashed potatoes. What else was beige on it?
She had made cheesy cauliflower.
Cheesy cauliflower.
You're going to enjoy me later on in bed tonight with
Jeez,
that.
like Dutch oven. I won't wake up in the morning.
Because she made it with milk, so.
I can't wait for that to be on the news. And the cause of his death was being choked to death by his wife's arse particles.
But she'd made two types of gravy today.
Yeah, she did. And one of them I have to say was a bit controversial. It was like you couldn't have it because there was garlic in it. But it was
callow stock cubes, I thought.
But it tastes like curry. I was like, what is I was like, man, what is going on with this now? You've nailed the roast.
The dinner.
The curry vibes.
I wasn't
of
impressed.
This.
There were no peas.
Ma'am does savage peas.
So I went in there salivating for the mushy peas and there were none.
Yeah, it was.
So a bit of a letdown on that now, Margaret.
Ma'am does the proper job with the peas in terms of it's the what are they called? Mushy peas, where she soaks them overnight. Oh, they're deadly. And she puts in the baking soda. That's class.
It was a joyous occasion. Carl's sister's home from Vietnam.
Yes,
Auntie Emma's home.
She is. She's back from Vietnam at the moment, so everyone's buzzing, particularly the kids. Oh my God, have you ever seen the kids more excited?
Davey has said to us before he is going to wedding Auntie Emma in Mammy's wedding dress.
Yeah.
I was like, off you go, son. Off you go.
We're
so
all
his best pal is back.
Buzzing that Auntie Emma is back. So that's how our evening went anyway. But it's been a lovely week so far. And we'll catch up on everything in a few minutes' time.
Yeah.
But first, some loose ends from last week.
Loose ends from last week. We have officially started... You've got us a lovely email address.
I have. How are you, Lovie @gmail.com.
Lovie is Lovie and how are you? Yeah.
Yeah, like literally how it's spelled in front of you right now on the screen, whatever device you're listening
So we
on.
have started getting emails in.
We have.
Do you have a few of them, Carl?
We have. It's
Go on.
Very exciting seeing it coming in live.
We got a good few responses.
We got some lovely emails. Like, lads, fair play. So, by the way, while I'm just getting these up here, this is your kind of cue. If there's anything you would like to email us about, genuinely anything, whether it's something we talk about on today's podcast or just a thought, a question, abuse, whatever it is. Now, there was a lot of follow-up on me with my blood donation story from last week.
Yes, so Carl, just to refresh your minds, Carl gave us his rendition of blood donation and made it seem like it was like Rose waiting on the lifeboat for the Titanic. He thought he was going to die. So, very similar emails with people's responses to their... Rose waiting on a lifeboat.
Well, I'm glad I'm not alone because a lot of people are in the exact same situation. So Orla sent us an email.
Hello, Orla.
Hello, Orla. Thank you very much. She said, just listen to Carl's story about the blood donation. Many years ago, I think I was about 19. I'm 34 now. I had just gone through my first heartbreak, but my dad was going to donate blood and my parents wanted to keep me busy, so I went with him. Sorry. Yeah, do you know the way you're heartbroken there up in your room? We're going to give blood. So would you like to go and give blood and get a needle stuck in your arm? That'll cheer you up. Well, I can tell you what, I can think of a lot of other ways that I would rather spend. No, I'd rather sulk and sit in my hole than go.
Would you?
Well, if I'm feeling bad for myself, I'm not going to give blood.
You do that enough.
Yeah.
It's in your hole. Carl made an announcement today. While we're talking about Carl sitting on his hole, Carl made an announcement today and I told his family at the dinner table.
Go on. Come on.
Carl announced to me today that he emptied the water tank from twice yesterday, emptied the water tank for the clothes dryer.
Okay.
Well done, Carl. Pat on the back.
No, you say that as if I said it looking for a pat on the back. I didn't. I was saying it because I was actually amazed because it was bedclothes that had gone in. And I was amazed that amount of water came off them, that we had to empty it twice.
Yeah, Carl.
But then Ash takes it upon herself to go, oh, this is you looking for credit, even though you do fuck all around the house.
The reason why I say that to you is because you would not be amazed if you used it and did that regularly enough. Okay, enough of this side tangent. Get back
back into the email.
Yes.
So she said, long story short, I fainted. All the nurses, etc., fussing over me, and I wasn't even giving blood.
God,
So actually, in
yeah,
fairness to the parents, they weren't going to bring her to give blood. It was just they were like, "Do you want to
with
come
us,
along with us?"
just for something to do.
Something to do, because don't you get a free pint as well, don't you?
Yeah, but she wouldn't have been if she was just escorting them. If anybody is wondering where to give blood, go on to giveblood.ie. They give good resources, as in where your centres could be and when the dates are. Just thought I'd let people know, because it's very important to give blood.
I did say that last week as well, because I know I'm an absolute wuss when it comes to those things, but it's a very important thing to do. Yes. So you absolutely should. Then on the subject of injuring yourself in ridiculous ways, I told a story last week of a friend popping out her shoulder doing a walking race in a pool.
Yes.
I was there when it happened. This is from Joanne, and she says, last year I hung up a Christmas garland outside my front door. Thought nothing of it until later on, when I suddenly had an almighty pain in my ribs and I couldn't take a deep breath in. Never felt pain like it. Down to the doctors I went to be told I pulled a muscle inside my ribs. I was given anti-inflammatory tablets and 2 types of painkillers. As a result, I was out of work for 3 days hanging the garland. I couldn't.
That's a nice one, Joanne. That could be used again.
I couldn't sit down properly and couldn't drive. Unbelievable. My husband will be hanging it up this year.
Or even taking a breath, Joanne. Like, that is painful. A bruised rib is painful, and like the muscle in between is painful.
Any of those actions where you're reaching up, that's when you're always going to really do damage to yourself.
That's why you don't do it that much when you're putting stuff away in the cupboards, is it?
Sorry, what is this? having a dig on. Sorry, once again, Ash makes me out to be some sort of a Neanderthal who can do nothing for himself around the house. Then we have one more, let's go for, and it comes in from Noreen. She
Hi,
says,
Noreen.
My husband and I are at similar life stage, 3 kids under 3, twins in there. It's good to hear a couple talk about the everyday things that can impact your relationship and normalise it being hard, but also being able to have a laugh. The podcast is one of my favourites already. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Noreen.
She also says, Ash, your Rosie and Dot everything bag, I saw it on your Instagram and I ordered it. I'm obsessed. It fits the kitchen sink in and it actually looks nice. Thanks for adding in such a good podcast to my feed. Noreen, you absolute legend. What a lovely email to get. Thank you.
Carl, I was actually looking at the comments on Spotify this week.
Go on.
A lot of people are agreeing with you with the WhatsApp.
Just it being so overwhelming.
Yeah,
so me thinking about just going, do I just ditch this? It's too much.
They're saying it's an overwhelming feeling. The texting is exhausting. Just trying to go through a few of the messages here. It's just really interesting to hear that you're not, one, the only one, but 2, that this is me kind of saying that you would have a high text load and a high phone load usage.
Yeah, mine is like, my screen time is a lot more than most people.
It's interesting to see other people's responses that potentially would not have a huge phone usage.
But come here, this is the thing.
And it can be overwhelming.
None of us are designed, like our brains are not designed to have the amount of stimulation that they now get from all directions. So I don't know. I just think at some point something's got to give.
Yeah.
So,
and I would be like you, if I haven't replied in so long, I then go into a state of avoidance of the fact.
Because it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So that's what I get like.
Whereas if you just picked up the phone
and just made the call.
Yeah. All right.
There you go.
There we go. All right, Ash, how are you, lovey?
I'm having a great week.
Yeah, we had a lovely week, didn't we?
I got the hair did. I got some toner in it. Got a facial.
You and your man, you had a great day yesterday.
Great day.
I was at home with the
children.
Oh, it was carnage. I was drying clothes. I was... Sorry, I'm actually like... the funny thing is, I actually know that if I go on for 5 or 6 seconds more, you'll actually start to get pissed off.
You had your sister with you. Then you went down to your mum's. So you had all hands on deck down there.
I was bringing the kids
had the 3
swimming.
kids
I was
everywhere.
like a taxi driver. I was like, oh, Jesus, it was non-stop.
Can we get back to me and how are you, lovely? You do this every week.
Go on.
Thanks. I got my hair done. Did you like it?
It was beautiful.
Well, you didn't say anything, but your son did. So there you go.
Well, do you know why I didn't say anything?
Why?
Because you arrived in the door with your mother, so I had to compliment your mother first.
Oh, right. Okay. Valid point.
I was like, Martina, your hair looks fabulous.
No, I had a great week. Been getting a lot of bits done. We've got Bavine's christening next week. So like that, you just kind of want the house, even though no one's going to be in the house, you just want the house sorted. So
at least
kind of getting a few bits done, and kind of we're getting wardrobes built upstairs just for the kids' room. So we need things moved around. So it's just been a week of sorting. I got rid of loads of clothes from vacuum bags, put them to the charity bank. Just been a productive week. I batch cooked loads. I'm back cooking and baking things for the kids, which I love. But yeah, that's where I've been this week.
But kind of
doing lots of stuff with the garden as well.
it ties in with what we were talking about last week about September being actually this like kind of this
Reset almost.
unexpected reset during the year where it's like, do you know what, actually I'm going to just reassess everything and set myself up for the rest of the year.
Yes, that's what it was like for me.
Well,
It's great.
I'll tell you what, I knew that you were in absolute get shit done mode on Saturday morning.
When I asked you to get the garden
Oh
started.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Do you know what? No, and actually, I'm not even going to look at you when I'm saying this. I'm going to look at everyone else right down the camera if you're watching this on YouTube. So Ash, every so often, as we talk about on the podcast, it's like, Jesus, we're so busy. There's so much going on. Oh, Jesus, there's enough hours in the day. And actually on Saturday, I realised that's why. Because the weekend just gone is the first weekend we've had where we've had nothing on. The first weekend, from the entire summer, every single weekend there was something on. And the first weekend where there was nothing to do, Ash wakes up Saturday morning. Bang! All the windows are open. We've got fucking loads of stuff to get done. Everyone get up. What are you doing in bed? Get the kids fed. Get out in the garden. Carl did those. She decided that there was two trees.
How could I have done that if I was getting my hair done?
You decided.
You're waffling through your
I'm
answer.
not. I'm not. Because you decided, you just created this job that you decided that we were going to start landscaping the garden.
No, I did not create the job. You said it in the first sentence. This was the first weekend off we have had since the beginning of June, mainly because Carl Mullan has been away or else working. So in my head, this was the weekend, because we were both off, to get shit done in the garden.
This backfired.
100%.
In fairness, we thought it would be way less of a job than it was.
Carl did. I knew exactly.
We should get rid of 2 trees, right? Now, to be fair, we're not getting rid of they're more so bushes.
Bush trees, yeah.
But they've kind of...
One of them is diseased and the other one, it just never would grow properly. And we were waiting. There was a robin's nest in it. And we were waiting. So since we've moved in, we've known that nest was there. But the robins have now left it after the build. So I've waited 2 years to make sure they haven't come back. And they haven't. So this was destruction time for the tree.
And we want to put an apple tree in. There's little bits we want to put in there. So we said, right, we'll get rid of the tree. So I got the saw out. Felt very manly. Put on my Snickers, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Cut the tree down. And then, so that'll show you it's not a very big tree because I could use a handsaw to cut it in half. But then it came to getting the roots. No one talks about how horrible a job that is. Ash, it was horrendous.
I know. Watching Carl work his way around the root, he would dig in areas that were away from the root. And yes, I know you were trying to find where the root was going to. But I was like, Carl, you have to dig alongside the root to find where you're going. You need to plot the course.
Oh, Jesus.
So when I left Carl too, because he was like, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, off you go. Off you go. That's fine. It's going to take you longer. Anyway, cue Aisling coming in. Job done. Less than 5 seconds.
No, you.
I was like, put the shovel under there. Let me just clear out this section a little bit. And then put the shovel under. Kick. Up came the root and it started moving. Yes or no, Carl?
That is what happened.
Yeah.
It was like when you ask someone to undo the cap of a bottle for you and you can't get it done. And you're like, would you be able to get that cap off that bottle? And then you hand it to them and they get it done, no problem. Because you've actually done all the hard work.
How are you? How are you, Lovie?
I know I am good. Like we said, we had a lovely week. It was lovely having Auntie Emma back. It was lovely, all of the kind of general things that happen when someone's been away for a while. And it's excuses to have family dinners and the kids were all excited.
Get together.
And everything like that. But there was one thing we got to do last night, which actually, in fairness, was lovely and was also awful. We got to go to the cinema.
Oh, it was great. The movie, not so much, but it was great. Just the cinema popcorn.
Well, it's actually, So I was, do you know when you wake up in the morning and you're immediately in good form because you're looking forward to something that's going to happen at the end of the day? I was so excited for the cinema popcorn.
Yeah.
And the cinema popcorn kept me going all day. Now, when I say cinema popcorn, I mean the popcorn, but also with minstrels thrown into it and pick a mix, right? So I was really all day. That's okay. Even when I was outside and I was like an archaeologist digging up Pompeii, trying to find the roots of that thing, I was like, just think of the popcorn later. Just think of the popcorn later. So anyway, we went to the cinema, got the popcorn.
You earned your popcorn, yes.
Amazing, right? Absolutely buzzing. We went to see the new Conjuring film?
Yes, we did.
What's it called? Conjuring Last Rites or
The
something?
Last Rites, yeah.
Now, before we get on to the movie, you adore horror.
I love horror movies, yes.
You, like, as a genre, Ash just cannot get enough of horror. Oh my good God. I cannot stand it. And every time you insist on us going to see a horror movie, I'm like, why have I done this to myself?
I actually don't think that's your first time to come see a horror movie with me.
Well, we've watched horrors in the house, though.
Yes, but you've never gone to the cinema with me. I normally have a pal that I go to the horrors with.
It is awful. Why do you do it yourself? Like, it's genuinely, you're paying to be stressed.
Well,
Why?
you paid to sleep because you fell
I
asleep
did.
in the cinema.
Okay, so
Date night and Carl Mullan falls asleep on me.
here's your movie review. Shite.
It wasn't great. I
wasn't.
And the Conjuring ones are normally good.
Yeah.
I found this quite just very underwhelming.
Ah, Jesus.
With the frights.
There was a big long section in the middle where I was like, let's get it going. Whatever this spirit is going to do, will you get a move on?
It did. It took a while to get to that. You're right. It did.
So I actually was like, I don't mind falling asleep here because I know something loud will happen which will wake me up. But when it got to the scary stuff, I don't know about you, but whenever those scary moments happen, you know the way you say something sends shivers down your spine?
Yes.
I, honest to God, get a shiver that goes, the only way I can describe it, it's almost like I think of it visually. And the scary thing hits my eyes and I feel the tingle go down my spinal cord and out through my arse. That's how it feels. It's a horrible feeling.
Terrifying.
It's what?
What? I'm listening to you. I'm engrossed in what you're saying.
I hate it and I get so stressed. I even looked at my Whoop, right, after it.
Go on.
And my stress levels were up during the movie. As in, it can tell you, it said I was in a medium stress zone. Now, considering I was sat on my hole the whole time.
You were stressed out of your bin.
Stressed out on my bin. Because you know something's coming the whole time. You're always on high alert. Oh, what are you laughing at?
Because I'm about to say, that's how I feel when I see it coming at me. I've been waiting for the right cue. I'm like, I can't hold it anymore. Right, so mulling it over. I'm going to go first with this one this week, Carl.
One.
Sorry, I'm still skitting myself after the last joke I made. Crying.
Delighted with yourself.
That's the joke of the year done. Anyway, okay. This is one that we talk about regularly in this house because we're in the era where our friends are having babies or not having babies and all that jazz.
Oh, yes.
So we had 2 balloons left in the house this week from the kids' birthdays.
Yeah, 2 helium balloons. A big
Filled
4
with
and
air.
a big 2.
Yes, touching the ceiling. And I'm like a birth radar predictor, am I not?
You're
like water breaking.
Weird.
When the waters break, that's when this balloon drops. So here's my theory. We get balloons into this house.
Yeah,
for whatever type of event.
Birthdays, whatever.
Birthday,
yeah.
Congratulations, whatever it might be, right? And I call that balloon and say that balloon is for that baby coming out. That's generally what I do.
Because there's always someone who's pregnant in our
Yes.
lives at the moment.
And this could be months, like weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
And I call it. And every time I've called it, that balloon has to be hitting the ground, not just on its way down, hitting the ground, and the baby arrives.
So it's essentially the theory is the helium balloon that floats in the air. The day it starts to touch the ground is the day day the baby will be born.
Not that it starts to touch the ground, because sometimes with these helium balloons you can have them up and down, up and down, up and down. It's the final touch.
Okay.
It does not rise again. And that's the day. So I text the people, I'm like, waters are going today. And every day that I have done that, the baby has come.
I also think it's very important to say before you go any further,
Yes.
we're not a family who are into horoscopes or crystals or any of that.
No.
The
only thing I would be like, oh, what's for you won't pass you. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, but we're not into
reading things.
No. Not our vibe. So this has, we swear to God,
in the last 4 years, every balloon.
This has not missed in the last 4 years.
Missed.
But this time around, there was 2 balloons in the house.
Yes.
And we were like, okay, now 2 balloons, by the way, that were bought 2 weeks apart.
Yes.
And I was like, well, there's no way that this is going to happen.
The first
with
one
2
being
balloons.
bought in July.
Yeah.
And the second one being bought
In
at
mid-August.
the start of August. We bought it for her the birthday party for Ayla.
Yes.
So these balloons have held until, and literally this week. Now, one of them tipped upside down and started coming down, and that mum went into hospital to get checks done, right? And she's been in since, but the baby didn't come until the other day. And then the other, number 2, was holding strong. And that literally all of a sudden just started dropping. So I text the other couple, and both couples' waters actually broke on the same day. So we have 2 babies after being born on the same day.
So it was 2 separate balloons bought at 2 separate times.
Yes.
But both of them touched the floor on the same day.
Yes.
And 2 separate babies were born.
Waters broke. Well, waters broke on the day before, and both babies were born the following very early morning.
There's some weird shit going on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That is weird.
And it has happened with Davy. The only baby it has not happened with, because we didn't have a balloon, was Baby.
And she's also.
And I truly believe that is why it took her so long to come.
Because there was no balloon.
There was no balloon.
Because she was the only one you went over with.
She was the only one I went over with, or even went past a few days past my due date.
Yeah.
Because I always go early.
You were only a day off being
she's the only
induced.
one that kind of caused trouble in getting out. Because we were called in on the 24th prepping for C-section.
Yes.
And then she turned, which was great. And then she didn't budge her hole until the 16th of January.
Yeah. She's
so we would have had a Christmas baby.
We nearly did.
Yeah.
We very nearly did. Well, there you go. I don't know if anyone else out there has any weird theories on predicting things.
Exactly. I want to hear what other weird theories people have, because there is the whole thing of predicting genders, all that jazz. And I will say, a couple of weeks ago, there was another baby born. Do you remember this?
No.
There was a baby born, Sinead Butler.
Oh yeah.
She's on Instagram. And I text her, there was another balloon from Davy's birthday. I said, this blue balloon has come down out of nowhere overnight. I said, your waters are going to break today. And then her response to that was, my waters broke this morning and I'm having contractions.
Sweet Jesus.
And I said, it's a blue balloon. I'm going to predict a boy in this one. And what did she have? Baby Noah.
What?
Yeah. And the thing is, every time I have text evidence. So you can see it.
That is...
Yeah.
Now, look, whatever. Even if it is by chance, it's weird that it keeps happening in time with all the other stuff. So
welcome to the world, baby Alex and baby Orla.
If anyone listening is expecting a baby and you would like a prediction, with thanks to Mystic Mullan over here.
Mystic Mullan.
You get your predictions in. Right.
Okay, so Carl, what are you bringing for Mullan over this week? Enough of my mystic shit.
I want to have a bit of a rant.
Oh, nothing new there.
I was triggered with this today, and this is nothing new, and I know loads of you listening are going to be like, yep, been there.
With what?
The deposit return scheme.
All right, okay.
Now, let me just be very straight here. I actually think it's a brilliant idea, and the deposit return scheme, it was a bit controversial when it first came out, because people were like, oh, this is weird, we don't like change, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass, whatever. It's actually made me way more aware of the amount of plastic we use.
Yes.
And it's actually when you physically have to go and bring all the plastic bottles to a place to recycle them. You're like, Jesus Christ.
But it's also your aluminium cans as well.
Yes, your cans or whatever like that. But you're just going, whoa, we're going through way more of this than I ever would have thought. Because otherwise, it used to just go in the green bin.
Yes.
So I actually think it's a really good idea. So actually, this is no shade on the deposit return scheme. Big fan over here. But it's been in place now for just over a year. We now need, and this is, I'm not trying to be funny here. We need to come up with some sort of a glossary of terms or rules of engagement for the public.
Go on.
Well,
when people come up about 10 billion bags, is that what you're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
Right.
No, but not only that, but that's okay. Let's start with that one first.
There should be a time zone for them. Or a time zone. I think there should be a time zone for don't shoot me for saying this, but say elderly people that are going to do it. One, I feel like they shouldn't have to wait. Two, they shouldn't have to deal with a broken machine. So I think there should be a dedicated time zone for them.
Well, we had that during COVID. Remember when you used to have dedicated times?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Early in the morning. Let's do that there. They're always awake.
Not necessarily.
Early in the morning is perfect for them. But okay, see, I think that's a good idea. Dedicated times. But I definitely think you're onto something there. For peak usage times,
Yes.
which they would now have the data on.
Yes.
This bullshit now of arriving with with 4 months worth of cans.
Yes.
Sorry, Brendan, get out of my way.
But I can see people's mentality of doing that because it would pay for a whole shop that they're about to go in and do.
But no, totally fair enough. But we need to have allotted times then. Or we need to have machines dedicated to bulk and then express machines for the rest of us
The
who are
quick
bringing like
drop-offs.
a small bag worth of
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of doing it more regularly.
Okay. But then, this is because I can see you going full rant on this. How do you monitor that? You won't get anyone to monitor that.
Well, I need to come on to monitoring now in a minute. How do you monitor that? Well, it'll self-police itself.
It won't, because then what happens if there's no one at the quick express one? So someone with the bulk bag goes over.
No.
And then they're not going to stop their business then to let someone else in.
But in the supermarket with the express checkout, that doesn't happen. You don't see people going in with their
There's
trolleys.
someone monitoring there at the express checkout.
You have me on that one there, to
Yeah.
be fair. Okay, but then what if the machine is set up that it won't take anything more than like 25 cans or bottles?
And it would print. Yeah, but then what you'll have then is people with the bulk bags doing 25 bottles receipt, 25 bottles receipt. Another longer.
25 bottles of receipt. Sorry.
I tell you what I
we
saw
need to
today with
figure
it.
it out. What?
I was in the shop earlier and I pulled in and was unloading the kids and there was a woman waiting she had a huge bag of bottles. Sorry, Angie's licking me here. She had a huge bag of bottles and she had gone in already to the machine was broken.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. They're always feckin' broken. The little red hand being like, don't put any more bottles into me. She had already gone in to ask a man to come out and she was waiting for the man to come out to fix the machine so she could put her big bag of bottles. So I had gone in to do the shop and then I saw her eventually with her big bag of bottles. There's too many B's in this sentence.
Sorry, what did you try to navigate around this? The big bag of bottles. And tell me, actually, was it... How would you classify the bag of bottles in terms of size?
It was a big bag of bottles. So she then got tired of waiting, so she was bringing her big bag of bottles around the shop to do her shopping.
So she brought the big bag of bottles with her.
Buckles. Because she was tired of waiting on the man to come out, okay?
Yeah.
So then I was then unloading. The next time I saw her, I was unloading my shopping into the car. The kids were already in. And she comes out with her big bag of bottles in one hand and then her shopping bag in the other hand. But then by that stage, the man had come out to fix the machines. But there were 2 men ahead of her who obviously got into the space after she went in to do her shopping. So she then still had her big bag of bottles. So anyway, one man had a small bag of bottles. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other man had 3 big bags of bottles. So the machines were working and the man with the small bag of bottles broke the machine while the man who fixed the machine was still there. And his response to that was that, well, I'm not going to be fixing these all day. If they're going to keep breaking, I'm just going to leave them.
Oh,
Yes.
that's not great.
No. So I was like, oh. And then I felt really sorry for the woman with the one big bag of bottles. Because she had to deal with this whole conversation, the machines again being broken and missing her place in the queue.
No, that's well, no, I think like she missed her place in the queue in terms she went in to do her shopping.
Because the man didn't come out in time.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Because he's been a bit of a lazy goober, wasn't he?
So that's
He could have been busy, but he was a lazy goober.
That's my other point. Is there needs to either be real-time monitoring on the machines so that if you're standing there with a big bag of bottles and it stops working, that they know about it without you having to leave and
go
get them
in
to
and
come.
get it, yeah.
Or there needs to be like a help button.
Yes.
Or also as well, like, how do they keep breaking? How do they keep getting stuck? Like,
I think because the tank underneath gets full.
yeah, but
So
then
that
what
needs to be emptied.
No, because most of the time they come out and they unlock it and you just see them and they shake the bin and then they just put it back in. They don't take anything out. It's really annoying. So I'm really triggered now.
You are really triggered, yes.
So
From a big bag of bottles.
no, they need to have some sort of a system so that it's not upon us to tell them when their machine is broken. That's what we need to do. Like,
Can I interject?
Everyone is
It's not their machine, it's the government's machine.
well, whoever it is, they need to like figure it out. Now,
So then what's
there'll
going
be
to
a
happen
second
is
generation of machines will come along.
So then what's going to happen is if we ask someone from the government to come and help us, our taxes will start paying for that person to monitor. We'll now start having to get a deposit return scheme tax taken out of our wages.
That's just your DRS, your
Yes.
USC,
Yeah.
So we need a
we
notified
need-
in the machine is bollocks button.
Yes, and we need a big notification and an alert to say, please stop bringing your big bag of bottles.
Or if you're going to bring your big bag of bottles, there's a big bag of bottle time
Yes.
slot, which is in off-peak hours. I think big bag of bottles is 8 to 10 p.m. And if you want to queue up, whatever.
Actually,
go for it.
yes, the after hours of the shop being closed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just think that's what we need to do. So there's
Clever.
a couple of ideas. Again, any ideas on the rules of engagement or horror stories for being stuck behind someone with an even bigger bag of bottles than we even described today, you can let us know. howareyouluvey@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you so much for coming back and listening to us talk a load of shite as per usual.
Yes, thanks a million, lads. Whatever you're up to, have a great week. And if there's anything you want to get in touch for, howareyouluvey@gmail.com. Have a great week.
Bye.